Welcome to the Eagle's Nest Youth Export Incubator. In tonight's episode, a new group of entrepreneurs from Manicaland, two new judges from the City of Kings.
Yeah, I personally think that side of the business is dead.
That's not very nice.
This is sort of a solution.
The branding is correct there.
Bringing contrasting opinions.
I'm supposed to give a verdict based on objective evidence.
Then you shouldn't have asked any other questions.
And fiery debates.
Getting a bit too heated sitting between the two of you here.
Yes, I warned you.
This season of the Eagle's Nest is proudly brought to you by Zimtrade and EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. First to face the judges is Tichaona Mate from Manicaland, pitching his renewable energy business.
My name is Tichaona Mate, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Fuel Flip Technologies. And we are a renewable energy company operating in Mutare. And we have products under this brand Zero. We manufacture charcoal briquettes and irrigation pumps and remote power generation systems that run on biogas. So our company mainly focuses on biomass utilization technologies and systems, and we strive to process biomass resources as the natural waste into energy resources, mainly targeting the low income bracket of the society. Our charcoal briquettes, we manufacture them in Mutare using sawdust and sawmill waste. As you know, Manicaland is the capital of agroforestry and processing, and so we try and make use of the waste to produce.
Do you get it for free?
The sawdust? Yes. Yes.
As much as you want?
Yes.
Is it written down or you just come and collect?
So currently, all the companies just go and dump the waste at a dump site, and we just collect from there.
An innovative product and a clear value addition concept ignites the judges' interest. Leslie is keen to know more about the product.
Okay. Interesting. Let's hear about the generator.
So this one we made this one and designed it in partnership with smallholder farmers in the rural areas and in peri-urban areas, and mostly they use them for irrigation.
Okay, what does it use?
It runs on biogas.
Biogas. Okay.
So we couldn't bring the biogas digesters in the other upstream processes that supply the generator of the gas. But it's either this generator or a water pump, a surface water pumps.
No, and what's the capacity?
This one is a 7
the biggest design that you have, or the
currently
currently
we're just doing the 7 horsepower.
7 horsepower.
So 7 horsepower pumps,
Okay.
and also for the surface pumps, we start from 1.5 horsepower to 1.5 horsepower to up to 7 horsepower.
Okay.
Tich, are you assembling that from scratch?
No. What we're simply doing is we're converting it and customizing it to use biogas.
And what's the cost of that now?
This costs $350.
And you sell it for?
The whole system's around $650.
So the system comes with the biogas digester, the
Yes.
generator, and the pump.
And what's the total cost for that?
That's $650 for the whole system.
Oh, including the biogas
Yes,
setup. Okay.
because it's a prefabricated biogas digester.
Okay, and what are your profit margins on that?
The total cost for the whole system, production cost, ranges around $550.
That doesn't leave you much room.
Our thrust mainly is not profit. We are a profit-making business, but we're also targeting the social impact and the human capital development.
The entrepreneur's low margins and reluctance to focus on profit has the judges questioning the viability of his business.
Currently, our main farmers have you assisted?
So currently we've got 2 farms that are running.
And is it working properly? Because I know
Yes.
they've got problems.
But there are some problems because this is a new system. This is a new system, and they when they incur
So
problems,
both of them are, none of them are perfectly running yet.
they both, working efficiently, but you here and there you have breakdowns, and you have to.
Is it not a system design issue?
Not really. These platforms were made to run on petroleum, petrol and diesel products. Then we're customizing them to run on biogas. So these are the things that we're still learning on the system.
Yeah, I personally think that side of the business is dead. You just came to confuse us with that fancy equipment. Tell us more about
That's
that.
not very nice. Titch, what he's saying is that you're in ideation stage. He's in an ideation stage with that.
Yeah, so you should.
And trying to get to the proof of concept.
No,
Is that correct?
No, it's fine. So far you have installed 2 of these.
Yeah, 2 of those ones.
I think Tamsana is pretty much saying to you, this is a prototype.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
let's go
are
and
still
fix it,
on
yeah.
the proof of concept stage,
Yes.
where you're just trying to see whether is it going to work out or not, or on the generator side. But we really appreciate the effort that you have done, and even the story. I like the story, but probably can we hear more about the charcoal? Last year, what was your revenue?
Last year,
Yeah.
Last year, we made something like around $5,000.
5,000.
Because we operated
at $2. It's $2 a bag.
Yes.
So how many bags did you sell?
Last year we didn't have this this packaging.
Okay.
So this packaging came in as because we got funding from the United Nations Development Program.
UNDP gave you how much?
$15,000. Yes.
For how long?
It was we're just given the money as a lump sum for the development of the business.
So what's happening now?
So now we have scaled up. It's a pilot plant that has a capacity of producing from upwards of 8 tons a month to 10 tons a month.
We are now having young Zimbabweans who are now creating grant-centric businesses.
Yes.
More than commercial-oriented businesses. They create a model which attracts grant funding to get in, but to then get on the commercial
Converted
scale,
commercial.
there's nothing. So we are trying to understand. You said you sold 5,000 last year,
Yes.
right? How many bags did you sell?
Of the 50 kg.
Of the 50 kgs.
Okay. So roughly 5,000 divided by $8.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I hear you.
Tichauna's presentation seems to be running out of fuel. Will he be able to rekindle the interest that he had generated?
How do you see yourself benefiting from Eagle's Nest, knowing that it's an export incubator? How do you see yourself benefiting from this program?
Okay. Now, when you look at the landscape, the cooking landscape in Africa, especially sub-Saharan Africa, a lot of people are still using charcoal for cooking. We want to produce the charcoal and also produce stoves that are efficient for people to use the charcoal as cooking.
And my biggest worry is that you're picking up these. As soon as this business starts to upscale, you don't have contracts with where you're picking up that waste. If they see that it's a possible business that can be upscaled, they might stop dumping, and your business might have no supply.
Well, it's something that we've looked into.
All right.
The supply of the sawdust waste is continuous as long as there is the forestry market.
What if they stop dumping it and also start doing this?
And also our source of the waste is not just coming from one source. There's a lot of the huge dump sites in Nyanga where they don't actually know what to do with it, and they have to deal with it.
I think for you is not to be defensive about that, but for you to consider how to protect yourself. I think that's what Tamu's trying to get at.
Sure.
That once they see your success, they have no obligation to continue giving you because you've now shown them what they can do with their waste.
I think he should come next year when his concept has developed, when he's got things. Now, he's got 15,000 from UNDP. We're not sure whether this is a commercial success or it's just being driven by the grant. He's got great concepts. I think we need to give him time to develop them before we start judging him. So it would be a no for me, or a not yet for me at this point.
I have to agree with Tamu there. I share the same sentiments, but you definitely are on the right track, just not for this platform.
With 2 judges already declining to endorse, Tichauna's chances now lie in the hands of Leslie and Dr. Gerald.
You know what, to be honest with you, I like your story. I like how it's relating to, the issues of climate change, I like also the sustainability around, just trying to make something out of waste. I feel on the charcoal side, you have done the proof of concept. You have actually improved even the packaging. And then what you just need to then do is to ensure that whatever you have been given as a grant, you use it to scale up and create a sustainable business model. I would feel Zambia currently is struggling with people chopping down trees, but this is sort of a solution to deforestation. So I would say yes on the basis of that, but I still want you to consider what these other 2 fellow judges have said, to say there is need for you to really cement, and make this a commercial. Because what we are looking for is, we are not impressed by where the source of funding came from. We want something that is commercially viable, that we can then export and then retain export surrenders, so that we can boost, or we can balance off the trade deficiency that is between Zimbabwe and other countries, and build our nation and have better foreign reserves. That's what we are looking for.
Your concept is very good. It touches the social aspect from the charcoal and what you are coming up with. The next thing, there is a lot of development which is required. The first thing, we are not clear with the volumes in terms of viability, which is a major concern for me. Well, you need to look at your viability issues there. Yes, now, because you have got a grant, but going forward, we have not tested that aspect. So for now, I will say not yet. You have a lot to work on.
Thank you.
Come next year when we can see that this is a business and you're not trying to be an NGO.
Because what we are looking for is business viability.
Okay.
What we are looking for is, we are not looking for a nice story. Yeah. We are looking for a proof of concept, a business model that is profitable, so that we are able to export and bring back foreign currency. So what these guys are saying is the business is there, but what needs to be done is to structure it in a way that is convincing.
Okay, we wish you well, Tich. Thank you very much.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Unfortunately, the Fuel Flip entrepreneur will not be proceeding to the next round.
I really appreciated the feedback. I think, the judges saw what they saw, and maybe I didn't really articulate where my business is right now. But either way, I'm really grateful for the opportunity and everything.
So the problem with the grant is that it will fund your working capital. Mm-hmm. It will fund your capital expenditure. So for the first year,
Endium Jolo issues.
I hope you know the recording.
Next is Marvin Chiesa, a food scientist from Nyanga, hoping to lighten the judge's mood with his product.
Hello, Eagles.
Hello, how are you?
No, hold on. DNA, drink Nyanga apples. My guy. No, go ahead.
Welcome to Eagle's Nest.
Oh, thank you.
Please introduce yourself past the DNA part, and then you may begin your presentation.
Okay. I'm Marvin Chiesa. I'm the cider maker at Nyanga Craft Cider. We make ciders from local fruits, cider juice, and vinegar. So today, I have 4 beverages that I have. in front of you. We have apple juice, we have cider, we have vinegar, and we have apple jack. So at Nyanga Craft Cider, our main aim is to make as many products as we can from apples. So all these products here, they're from apples. They start from apples to the vinegar. So what we have here, we have juice, 100% juice. From juice, we make cider. From cider, we make apple jack. From apple jack, we make vinegar.
It's a precise pitch from the cider maker. And now the questions begin.
Walk us through your numbers. Tell us more about where you've been selling, the quantities you've been selling. Give us a bit more flesh to it.
Okay, thank you. Basically, it's been 3 years in business. And for the past first year, we had a production capacity of about 500 bottles per season, because we have different seasons, different strawberry season, pineapple season, and apple seasons. So 500 bottles per season. And then we sold...
Do you export?
Sorry?
Do you export?
Partly.
All right.
Partly, yeah. So we have some all year beverage, which is a juice. It's our best seller, and we sell about 2,000 bottles per season.
Which
Again.
juice?
Apple juice.
The apple juice.
Apple juice.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
what do you call a season?
A season.
Yeah, we don't know your season. Please help us understand
sorry.
your season. Yeah.
Our season is harvest time. Probably we have about 2 months of harvest. We don't have chillers, no chillers, no cold storage.
So what is the period?
3 to 4 months.
3 to 4 months.
3 to 4 months, yes.
So in those 3 to 4 months, that's where you sell 2,000
Yes,
of fruit juices
fruit juices.
and 500 for ciders.
Yeah,
That's
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the juices only sell in those 3 to 4 months, or you're saying you don't have chillers for the juices?
Yeah, we don't have chillers.
So you sell them just for those 3 to 4 months?
Yes.
Okay.
And what is the standard price for the juice? And how do you pack it, the SKU?
So we have 375 mils
Okay.
at $2.
375 at $2.
Yes.
Okay. So like what my other colleague said, what is your aggregate revenue in that particular season? How much do you make in that season?
Okay, so we make about $5,000 per season, including all products, because we have the same best, which is the same apple. So if you have 300 mils of cider and 30 mils of juice, it's the same cost to make those
Okay.
beverages.
You do not give us figures on the vinegar?
On the vinegar?
Yeah.
The vinegar sells for $5.
$5.
$300,
And
yes.
how much units do you sell?
1,000 bottles per year.
1,000 bottles.
Yeah.
Of the vinegar.
Of vinegar, yeah. That was our biggest sale.
Okay. So annually, how much do you make?
13,000, roughly.
18,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Why can't you make more? What are the capacity issues? I want to understand what are the barriers for you to produce more?
It's the equipment.
It's the equipment.
All these are made manually. The main barrier is we need industrial machines. Right?
So we don't have a barrier of apples.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
No.
I would want to try your app, but let me try the juice because if I try other things before my judgment, probably I'll be gone.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like the jack.
Yeah, the jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you going to open it?
Yeah.
For us? Open it. She raised an issue on your storage.
No.
Storage is not an issue.
It is partly.
Partly.
Yeah,
all right.
partly. Yeah, partly.
Okay.
It's easy for me to expand, really. In terms of expanding production, is quite easy if I get enough machinery.
Okay, so who are your current customers when you're in season and you're selling the juices? Who are you selling to?
Local cafes in Nyanga, and we have markets in Harare, pop-up markets in Harare. I come here every weekend. We have Old Market in Harare every Saturday. But our main customers are tourists in Nyanga.
Okay. And how do you bottle that? You said everything is done manual, even the bottling?
Yeah. The
I
manual.
haven't trusted.
It's a manual.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I fabricate a machine which then caps, which caps the bottle.
A good turnover, a clear USP, and an expansion plan is a potent combination in the nest. Marvin seems to be hitting all the right spots.
Your apple juice is amazing, though.
Oh, thank you.
Tastes really, really good.
Thank you. It's a bit fizzy. So it's sparkling.
Your Applejack is not that good. I have to go with it home to make sure.
For a complete due diligence and quality control.
No, it's quite good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's quite good. It's aged 4 years.
Yeah.
All right. Who are you exporting to, and how much of the 13,000 is coming from exports?
Probably 10% of that.
All right. So that's 1.3. And,
Yeah.
and what's your main export product there?
Pineapple cider, and strawberry cider.
Which are your markets?
UK.
UK.
UK, yeah.
What's your landed cost per bottle in UK?
£5?
And
Somewhere
you're
there.
selling at how much?
£600. Mainly the tourists coming from Zimbabwe, so
All
they
right.
know the product.
All right.
They ask for it. So I've had customers from Botswana and the clients from America again. Yeah.
You've been doing this for how many years? 3 years. You said 3 years.
Officially 3 years. Officially 3 years.
From your profits, what have you done?
Okay. So the first time I was making cider, I was bottling in PET bottles.
All right.
For the first 2-3 years, it was PET bottles. And then because of the tourists and my kind of clients, they wanted something just premium. So I had to invest in getting bottles in Zimbabwe. I had to invest in getting in making a kepa, so the caps. Recently, last year, I invested into a corker to put corks.
All right.
I'm trying to make it as premium as I can.
Great.
So
Then this year?
this year, no, I haven't done anything this year. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
No, interesting. I think the juice tastes very nice.
Thank you.
My only concern now is on the percentage of alcohol. How have you managed to determine
How do
the
you regulate
percentage?
that?
Yes.
So what do you do is basically we measure the sugar in the alcohol in the juice before fermentation,
Okay.
and then sugar after fermentation, especially gravity mainly. Then you calculate the sugar.
Yeah, I knew very well that this is a benchmarked standard. It's not. You did not do the analysis. So you need to do the analysis. You need to go and verify through laboratory tests that the alcohol content that is there is corresponding with what you then wrote on the label. In terms of exports, there is need for affirmation through third-party laboratories, so that there is that confidence in the market that this is exactly 4.6%, is not more than what you have declared. I think the space that you want to get into is a space where things have to be standardized. And me and you know that this is important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A sobering thought for the entrepreneur as Leslie cites the lack of standardized tests. Can Nombala see beyond them and offer her endorsement?
I think Leslie can be very strict sometimes and very stringent on that. I think you are showing that you have a very, very successful future
Thank you.
with your products.
Thank you.
I am certain you're very aware of what you need to be doing.
Thank you.
The branding for me, look, yes, it needs work, but the product inside right now for me is definitely hitting the correct marks for me. And with the correct technical support, you definitely will go places with your product. I haven't even tasted the ciders, but based off the Applejack and the apple juice, they definitely are products that can compete on an international platform without you having yet ticked all the boxes. That said, from me, I would want to see how you would flourish under the Eagle's Nest incubator program with the correct mentorship, correct technical support as well. And, let's see what the exposure of that platform can do in terms of developing your business more. So it's a yes from me.
Thank you.
Your product is very good. I think you are moving places, and you already have people who need the product across. You are already exporting, which is very good. you are in the right space, irrespective of the bottleneck of the capital requirements and so forth for your business. You are moving on. It's a yes for me.
Thank you.
I think you're very intelligent. Look, you got pineapple cider, strawberry cider, and you understand where the barriers are. You just have to listen to him. I think at this point, it's not a worry for what he's saying for me, but when you now expand, it has to be key. For me, it's a yes.
Thank you.
3 judges have given their endorsements. Will Leslie join the party or is still hung over the standardized tests?
No, I think pretty much well done. You have done a very fantastic job. I'm proud of you. As a fellow food scientist, I'm actually very humbled to see that, Takawanda, you know, that kind of thing. So it's really refreshing. I think there are just a few things that we just need to touch up. The issues of certification, I know you know they need to be done. The issues of, correct labeling, they need to be done. And I think there's a bit of enhancement so that we get that identity, that Nyanga should speak. You know, you can really tailor-make it so that it has that theme. But otherwise, well done, and it's a yes from me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
We
you.
wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And we're keeping this.
You can. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Marvin.
Thank you.
The entrepreneur flies out of the nest with 4 yeses, and he's bringing the party to the next round. Next is Michael Tagawira, who is bringing Baobab to breakfast with his product.
My name is Michael Takawira. I am the founder and CEO of Mixtail Foods Private Business Corporation. I used to work at Kane's Foods Limited. That's where I get inspiration. Then I decided to start my own product, which is Baobab fruit jam. So I decided to go the organic way, which is Baobab. Since I noticed that there was plenty of Baobab fruit, and I discovered Baobab fruit have plenty high nutrients, and it's organic, and it has an advantage. And I was trying to try to market the indigenous fruits, or to value add the indigenous fruits around Manicaland. So I decided at first I come up with Baobab fruit jam, which I named Dr. Baobab because of its nutrients and health benefits. That's why I decided to call it Dr. Baobab. Then after that, decided to start up a custard fruit, Baobab fruit jam, Baobab fruit custard, which we have 4 flavors: strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, and the raw baobab. Then on Baobab fruit jam, we have also 4 flavors: mint, strawberry, chocolate, then natural Baobab fruit flavor.
A wide range of Baobab fruit jam is the offering from Michael. But there is one problem. It seems he did not bring any samples.
Why didn't you bring samples for us to have something tangible about your
Unfortunately,
product?
we had a breakdown.
Which component of your production line had a problem, had a breakdown?
It's an induction sealer.
The induction sealer?
Yeah.
But you could have just done it with your hands. I mean,
No, you can't do that with hands.
You mean to pack those gems?
Yeah, for gems, you can go. But what we are trying to do?
No. We are
Did you
asking
have
samples. We are asking samples for the gems that you are displaying there.
For the gems?
Yes.
I didn't come with it.
Yeah, that's what Dr.
But that's what's going to determine whether your product is export ready. I'm also now keen. I've never had Baobab jam, so I can't differentiate it from the jams that I've tried.
It's a sticky situation for the entrepreneur as the judges cite the lack of samples in his presentation.
In terms of your products, where are you selling your products?
Yeah, currently I'm selling around Mutare in wholesale, in little wholesale shops and stock shops, and there are certain people who are taking it to Mozambique.
Please, can you just share your production costs vis-a-vis your retail prices?
For jam, my production cost per bottle, it's around 50 cents. And it's going for wholesale price. I'm selling at $1.
Is 50 cents including your packaging?
Yeah.
How much is your packaging?
Packaging is going for 15 cents.
The bottle and the label?
Yeah.
Or just the bottle?
Because the bottles, I'm getting them at 10 cents.
Okay, and the label at 5 cents.
The label at 5 cents.
And for your 4 different products, it's the same cost?
Yeah, they are the same, although the natural flavor is quite cheaper because we don't add some flavors.
Tell me about the volumes that you've managed to sell.
Currently, we've sold around 40,000 units of jam. For custard, it's something which is new. So we are around at 2,000 because we just launched it.
All right. Okay. Tell us about your exports. How much into Mozambique? You said what?
Usually they come every week. They buy about 20 cases, 30 cases, because there's a demand there in Mozambique for jam.
And then in terms of your revenues, how much are you generating?
We started very low because it was very difficult to penetrate the market. We find that jam was not a fast mover.
Okay, so this year, how much have you sold?
This year?
Or last month, how much have you sold?
Last month, we sold around 4,000.
4,000?
Yeah.
Which is 10% of the total?
To be honest, at first it was very difficult for us to calculate because we're starters. So we have certain glitches here and there. We fully operationalized this year. That's where we start fully operationalized. Yeah.
Impressive numbers from the entrepreneur, and it appears Dr. Baobab's branding has hit a sweet spot with Leslie.
From what I'm seeing, I think the label is good because you can actually see it's a dish towel kinda which relates to the kitchen, you know, and the flavors. You can actually also pick the flavors. Even the logo, from what I'm seeing, the Dr. Baobab thing, there's a baobab tree there, and I think he has done well in terms of his branding. But now there are these gaps, these unanswered, you know, questions that I have. And I think that to me is a problem. That to me is a problem.
I don't know. I'm not like totally impressed with your label. I think there's definitely room for improvement. I would have wanted to first taste the jam. It seems to me, Baobab, my understanding, because we've had quite a number of contestants working with the Baobab product, it strikes me more as a premium type product. You probably could be able to solve a lot of your other problems in terms of capital by giving the product that premium space that it deserves. Do you understand what I'm saying? By being able to increase your profit margins, by introducing, this is a niche product, but you've gone and you've turned it into...
From my side, from Manicaland, because I came from Manicaland, where there's plenty of Baobab. So they don't appreciate the way you appreciate it.
So you have to look for a
You've defended your price point. That's fine.
They don't appreciate the way you do it. Because there is abundance.
So what she's trying to say, she's telling you there's more money.
Yeah, I know.
But for now, you don't care.
But for now, I'm growing. So I can't say £5 here when I need to grow. Because I need to grow first.
I would think you would grow better by selling in a market that has got higher prices and low production costs.
Yeah, the issue was for when we were starting, we had no capital. So we were starting around where we are, in trying to selling to people who are around us before we think to go far away.
The way you're answering our questions so cleverly, you'd think you would have been clever enough to bring the jam, eh?
Michael successfully defends his pricing point, but will this make up for the lack of samples in his presentation?
You see, when we are judges here, we believe that there's a background to it that Zimtrade has already gone through. And when they brought you here, they didn't just pick you from the street. So I'm going to say yes, because I believe if they've been working with you, it means that they've actually, we're going to trust the process, that you have a jam, first of all. We're going to trust the process that you've got a jam, and then we're going to trust the process that you are selling 4,000, that it was just a small mistake not to bring it. And I'm going to say yes.
An unexpected endorsement for Dr. Baobab. Will the other judges have a similar viewpoint?
Yeah. On the contrary, I like his story, I like his concept, I like his packaging. But I think vis-a-vis the other guys who have been here, just not carrying a bottle of Dr. Baobab jam, to me, it's a lack of commitment. Yes, he has a story that I can relate to. I appreciate. He has done the groundwork, even from the pictorials I can. But that lack of the casual approach. I'm a judge. I'm supposed to give a verdict based on objective evidence.
Now we're judging a picture.
We are judging based on pictorial, and which is pretty much giving half of the information that I need to make a decision.
I feel like if that's what you are going to, the position you're going to take, then you shouldn't have asked any other questions. Because you saw that there was no jam. You should have said there's no jam. So I'm saying no. You can't ask questions about him and then get it to a point where you're going to say something you knew in the beginning and use it. Yeah, and use it against him. You should have said, no questions for you because there's no jam.
I would have wanted to ascertain.
So you shouldn't have asked all other questions.
I'm giving a thumbs up to say, on what you have given me, well done, right? So currently, on what you have not provided, I can't make a verdict on it. So for me, on the presentation, on what he has given me is 49%. On what he has not given me is 51%, so it's a no for me.
So from the start, you should have said, hey, you are losing here, but tell me more.
For me, the proof is always going to be in the jam. In your case, the custard pudding is not yet ready. So in the next round, if you show up again with no jam, that's it. Right now, yes. But if you show up with no jam,
as there's a guy who came with a generator. And
this
guy cannot come with a bottle. Hey, if I find a gram of guys, no.
Okay.
My friend, to show that you're serious, according to her, you have to come, jam, custard.
I'll try to prove, because sometimes
you say
try something else.
You see the casual approach that I was telling you.
If you keep talking, you're going to change my mind.
Yeah,
thank you.
I think Dr. Baobab
that's fine. Just bring the gem in the next round. You have a yes. The branding is correct there, but we need the commitment in terms of something tangible.
It's okay.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Dr. Baobab. Guys.
Sweet victory for Dr. Baobab. A verdict is passed in his favor, despite the absence of samples in his pitch.
I think we should have just kept this at suspense and did our due diligence and call him again to say yes or no.
So should we call him back and tell him no?
Yeah, let's call him back, guys.
Why were you not saying this whilst you're still there?
No.
These are your afterthoughts.
Yeah, these are afterthoughts. No, this guy needs to. No, Dr. Baobab, come back, my guy.
Dr. Baobab, do you have jam that's available right now in Mutare?
Oh, the machine is down too.
Yeah, it's available.
You have some available?
Yeah.
So what I need you to do right now is, after you're done here, go and make a phone call to someone who can go and bring your jar, get it onto a bus.
We need those samples to be here.
It's okay.
Yeah, we can.
And we pick it up from there.
Yeah.
I'm still on yes.
No.
These two are on suspense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please bring the samples.
Our minds got triggered after you left. So
it's strong. You have 1 yes, no matter what.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
But, I've got one sample of Baobab
it's coming out now.
Which,
where is it?
No, the custard.
The custard. No, the jam.
No custard. No custard.
The jam.
Jam, my guy.
Is it there?
Yeah, it's there.
And bring the one which is the original.
The original flavor.
The best
I
selling.
would want them all.
Okay.
Bring what's available.
It's because this coming from a production line. We sold 4,000 units last month. Why one? Everything should come. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thank you.
Then. All the best.
The judges have concluded that Michael needs to provide samples of his products before proceeding to the next round.